Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the CLEs number D483CLA09BL. This is a sample, first of all. It's a 4-inch sample. Clear anodized brush seal, standard duty with .94-inch thermal brush. This would be otherwise slotted with tech screws. Let's go over it. D483 stands for the profile of what this item is. The CLA means clear anodized aluminum finish. The 09 is a reference to the length of the bristle. Okay, and in that part number is the 3.4-inch length, 3 3/8 height of the extrusion, and then your basically 15/16 length of the bristle. Very dense bristle. Why you would want such an unusually shaped aluminum extrusion? Well, it's going to be for some sort of application where you need to reach down below. You could have a sliding door, a large barn door, and you've got a guide that creates a problem with how your door slides, and you simply can have either an inch or so of a holder and then 3.5 inches of bristle, which doesn't really make as much sense sometimes as a very large piece of aluminum. Okay, that would be an application where you would use this. I've had people use this in applications to just mitigate a mistake. You might have a pair of doors that are incredibly unusual in the fact that they are double egress, some sort of processing manufacturing facility, and it's more appropriate to have a piece of architectural metal on the door than it is a significant length of bristle because of whatever the application might be. They call this 180 degree, and that just means it's straight and flat. CLEs, who is the leader when it comes to bristle weather stripping, can do this sort of holder in different degrees, whether it be like an angle or a 45 degree, lots of variations on that. They can also do different lengths on the bristle as well, because this holder will accommodate a different insert. If you have need for a custom length, by all means let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. This is a poor example for this next part of the video, but that first slotted hole will be 3 or so inches from the edge of the unit, and there will be a slotted hole, and you will get tech screws. If you were to take a 3-foot standard length and cut it down to say 32, you might eliminate that slotted hole. And those slotted holes are incredibly useful to have from the factory because it allows you to adjust and tailor the exact positioning of this item regardless of how you're using it, and to help compensate for a misdrilled hole. That drill bit has a tendency to walk a little bit before it pierces in if you've not used a center punch, whether it's wood, aluminum, steel, fiberglass, stainless, bronze, whatever you're drilling into. So that slotted hole is there to help account for that, because not every sill is level and not every jamb is plumb, and the legs could be askew, towed in or out. And it's really that pre-drilling of all of those holes. However, these are as a rule, included with them are tech screws, self-drilling screws with a hex head, of which I'm not a fan of at all. I don't believe that you get good control over the exact placement of where you're going to attach the material. Not that I don't believe it, my experience tells me that it's not the case. However, I'm in the minority of people who feel that way. It is a significantly different amount of labor to pre-drill every hole and then to turn every screw in by hand than it is to use a self-drilling tech screw. Granted. But, proceed the way that is according to your custom. The fact remains that if you ordered a custom length, we would locate that first slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge and the proper center to center as well. I'm also a fan of ordering the material because while this is all aluminum and this is just nylon brush, which is very easy to cut, that's a steel retainer that's in there. You would not want to put that through your nice miter box saw with a 70-tooth carbide blade in it. So you'll need to cut that accordingly One nice thing about CLEs is that they generally, as a rule, not generally, ship the material, the holder, loose from the actual material. And the reason that they do that is because you might need to get in there and trim that down. Okay? They will, and you can see evidence of it at the very end here, crimp that after the fact. Now, this was shipped to me as a sample piece, and the insert was already installed, and it was already crimped. So after you get your installation done, should you need to slide them together, you'll want to crimp that material accordingly, so that you don't have any movement on the bristle. After you get your installation procedure done, you're just going to want to get in there and crimp that a little bit. Should the bristle fatigue, and it does with time naturally, no problem. You can buy only the holder, only the insert, open up your crimp, slide your new bristle back in, and be done with it. The company CLEs, almost all they do is bristle. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page. On that page is a link to their catalog, and in the beginning of that catalog is all of the reasons why they feel, and much of it I agree to, that bristle is superior to every other insert, whether it be vinyl, certainly vinyl, silicone, neoprene, polyurethane. Well, polyurethane's a pretty tremendous piece of material as well. But bristle, because of its inherent properties of having all of these thousands of different pieces of material, will allow you to get into the nooks and crannies. And over an irregular surface, like maybe just a concrete slab, a bristle sweep will be significantly more effective at sealing, preventing daylight from getting through, which is important when you're being inspected. If you're a restaurant, let's say, the inspector's looking for that. And bristle is incredibly effective at covering up that irregular surface and sealing everything. If my fingers represented an irregular surface, no daylight's getting through there. Okay, try that with a piece of neoprene. Well, at least so would say CLEs, making it incredibly effective. And that's why they put that right up in front of their catalog, because of how deeply they believe in the properties of nylon brush. And it's true. I can also tell you that people here in Chicago, restaurant guys, when they call up and order a door sweep, they don't know why they want it, but they specifically ask for bristle. And years and years and years ago, I had a restaurant guy tell me, he's like, the inspector's looking for daylight, and if that bristle won't give me that solid piece of neoprene, he says, I can't get it to seal right, because you might have a door closer as well, and bristle does a better job at allowing you to latch that door with a door closer. It covers up the daylight, and hence the bristle. If you have any questions on the CLEs, D483CLA09BL, aluminum holder and bristle sweep, or any other CLEs product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.